To mute.
Recording in progress.
Oh my goodness. Hello and welcome to the Verona Public Schools, Board of Education meeting. This is a special meeting tonight and we're calling the meeting to order at 7:33. And if everybody would please rise for the flag salute. I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all. The reading of the meeting notice. This meeting is being conducted in compliance with the open meeting session that the Verona Board of Education passed a resolution at its annual reorganization meeting held on January 5th, 2021. The meeting set forth the schedule of its regular meetings, which resolution was within 7 days of passage. The schedule was sent to the Verona Cedar Grove Times, the Star Ledger, the Township of Verona, and the VEA. Postings of this meeting, setting forth the time, location, and agenda, were posted at the Verona Board of Education office and on the Verona Public Schools District website. The Verona Board of Education operates under a consent agenda format. Any board member has the right to have an item pulled to be voted upon or discussed separately. Copies of tonight's agenda and resolutions have been made available to the public and the press. Mr. Cruz, can you please do a roll call for attendance?
Sure. Mr. Allworth. Here. Mr. Day.
Here.
Mrs. Streppy.
Here.
Mrs. Fresky.
Here.
Mrs. Prisco.
Here.
We have quorum.
Thank you very much. And at this point, if there's any public comments on agenda items, you can please come to the podium. And I see that there is not, so we are going to move on with, are there any, excuse me?
We're going to do my presentation.
Oh.
We're going to do.
Before discussion? Okay. My apologies. So I'm going to turn it over to Dr. Dionisio to do a presentation and an introduction.
Thank you, Mrs. Fresky. Apologies, the agenda did not have a superintendent's report, so I will give one and then I will turn it over to Mrs. Fresky, who will have one on behalf of the Board of Education this evening. So it is my pleasure to announce this evening Ms. Julia Albretsen as our new Supervisor of Humanities for the Verona Public School District. Ms. Albretsen is no stranger to our Verona family, as she has served our students and community as both an elementary and middle school teacher. Ms. Albretsen is committed to building a positive and vibrant culture of learning alongside a highly collaborative team. She believes deeply in the Verona Public Schools District's mission to inspire our students to be creative, critical thinkers, and compassionate global citizens. Ms. Albretsen joined the Verona Public Schools District as an elementary teacher at Brookdale Avenue School in 2016. As a teacher in the primary grades, Ms. Albretsen fostered the development of the whole child, promoting a love of learning amongst her students through a child-centered constructivist approach. Ms. Albretsen then moved on to HBW Middle School and has served there over the past 2 years. She has been deeply involved with the Columbia University Teachers College Reading and Writing Workshop model. She's been trained in Orton Gillingham multisensory reading approach through Fairleigh Dickinson University. She's been engaged in 4th grade literacy curriculum using Understanding by Design and working to include rich, responsive learning opportunities for students with resources for quick access to anchor charts, rubrics, and exemplar student work. She has been very actively involved and has even participated and received a grant from the Verona Foundation for Educational Excellence in 2018, which supported the implementation of flexible seating within her classroom. She sought to create student learning spaces to complement current best practices in teaching to promote collaborative learning, problem solving, and hands-on instruction. During her tenure, Mrs. Albretsen has also been involved in work with teachers and administrators and curriculum council, as well as our District Evaluation Advisory Committee, also known as DEAC. She's done work and participated on our Diversity, Equity, and Inclusion Committee. And she has also participated on the Future Ready Schools team and was a member of the Strategic Planning Subcommittee team on professional development. As a Verona community member herself, Ms. Albretsen has served on the Verona Public Libraries Diversity Task Force. Ms. Albretsen received her bachelor's degree in elementary education in English from the College of New Jersey. She earned her master's degree in educational leadership from Montclair State University, and she's excited to join and continue to contribute to the Verona community in her new role. Please join me in congratulating and welcoming Ms. Albretsen as our new Supervisor of Humanities. Welcome, Ms. Albretsen. I'll ask you to please come up to the podium.
Thank you, Dr. Dionisio. First, I'd like to thank the Board of Ed and administrators, teachers who served on the interview committee and throughout that process. I'm so humbled to be selected as the new Supervisor of Humanities. Verona has become my home, and I feel so fortunate to continue to grow as an educator alongside the outstanding students, teachers, and administrators here in Verona. It's an honor to be part of this community. I'm excited to continue to support the amazing work that's already happening in classrooms across our district, and I look forward to fostering continued growth in the English, Social Studies, and World Language departments. Thank you again for your support, and I look forward to working together in this new role.
Congratulations again, Ms. Albretsen. We're looking forward to working with you, and we're very excited about you taking over and working on the team and supporting our teachers in the best interest of our students. Congrats. And that concludes my portion of the report this evening.
Thank you so much, Dr. Dionisio, and welcome. We're really excited to have you begin. And I have the distinct honor of introducing our interim superintendent, Dr. Lydia Furnari. And the Verona Public School District is collectively pleased to announce the appointment of Dr. Lydia Furnari as the interim superintendent. Dr. Furnari has dedicated her 37-year career to serving students with a focus on supporting schools in attaining their goals and keeping students at the center. Dr. Furnari holds a BA in music education and an MA in supervision and administration, both from Montclair State University, as well as a doctoral degree in educational leadership from Nova Southeastern University. Dr. Furnari began her career as a music teacher with the Patterson Public Schools and then the Montclair Public Schools. After 14 years in the classroom, Dr. Furnari moved on to administration as principal and then director of an elementary and secondary education with the Elizabeth Public Schools. She then served as an administrator in the area of curriculum and instruction with the Montclair Public Schools and as assistant superintendent in the South Orange Maplewood School District. In 2014, Dr. Furnari became superintendent of the Franklin Lakes Public School District. Since her retirement, Dr. Furnari has served as interim superintendent with the Green Township School District and the Lafayette Township School District. Dr. Furnari also serves as an adjunct professor at Caldwell University, as well as a professional developer and educational consultant. She is also a member of the board of the American Heart Association for the Northwest region. Dr. Furnari and her husband Russell and their family reside in West Caldwell, New Jersey. During her discussions with the administration and members of the Board of Education, Dr. Furnari shared that her personal and professional goals center on rigor and high expectations that benefit all students in Verona with high quality standards in education. The Board of Education believes that Dr. Furnari's expertise in leading schools and developing leadership skills in others makes her the right person to guide Verona Public School District as we seek our next superintendent. And just a little quote before I invite her to the podium. She says that I'm honored to have been chosen by the board as interim superintendent of Verona Public Schools and look forward to serving the staff, students, and families of Verona. And Dr. Furnari will begin the process of transitioning to the district over the next several weeks. So I'd love to invite you up to the podium and say hello. We're so excited.
Thank you, Mrs. Tresky, and thank you, members of the Board of Education. I am so honored to be here this evening with you and to have been chosen as your interim superintendent. While I am not a Verona native, I was born and raised in Essex County, in many of the surrounding communities, and I know Verona to be an outstanding school district with a program that embraces all of the different areas that children can learn, grow, and create through. As you know, I'm a music person, so the arts are near and dear to my heart. And I also have had a great deal of experience, but a humbling experience in learning about all of the other disciplines through wonderful teachers and administrators that I've had the honor and pleasure to work with through my career. I'm hoping that my time here in Verona is one that will benefit the district, and I'm here this evening to tell you that I will do all I can to help you as you transition, and thank you so much for having me come to join you.
Thank you so much. And we're truly excited. And during the interview process, one of the things that you said that I want to share that really stood out to me is that if you were our top candidate and person we selected, that we would be getting a superintendent, not an interim. So that really struck a chord, and I'm happy to have you here. Thank you so much. All right, so we're going to move on with the agenda. Are there any discussion items that the board has? Nope. So we are going to do a roll call on resolution. So I need a motion to approve resolutions number 1 and 2.
So moved.
By Mr. Day. Second by Mrs. Prisco. Is there any discussion? Nope. So I am going to ask Mr. Cruz to please do the roll call for the resolutions.
Mr. Allward.
Yes.
Mr. Day.
Yes.
Mrs. Drappi.
Yes.
Mrs. Fresky.
Yes.
Mrs. Prisco.
Yes.
We have quorum, motion passed.
Excellent. Thank you, everybody. And with that, I believe that we can adjourn the meeting. And it is
Public comment.
Oh, I'm sorry. I am messed up tonight. If there's any public comments on any topics, now would be the time to come to the podium. And I do not see anybody approaching the podium, so we will adjourn the meeting, and it is 7:45. I need a motion to adjourn.
So moved.
Moved by Mrs. Prisco, and I'm going to give Mr. Allworth the second. And all in favor? Aye.
Aye. Aye.
Okay, and our next regularly scheduled public meeting is September 28th at 7 p.m. And that's a wrap. Thank you so much. Have a good night.